Ever wondered if hidden gems really exist in Pennsylvania? What if I told you there are places so unique, you'd think they belong in a movie? Well, today I'm about to show you 10 unbelievable places in Pennsylvania that you won't believe are real. From jaw-dropping views to historic landmarks and secret spots, this video will leave you amazed. Stick with me, and I promise, you'll discover secrets you won't find anywhere else. Ready to uncover these treasures? Let's go! The Haynes Shoe House. On the side of Route 30 in York County stands one of America's most bizarre and charming roadside attractions, the Haynes Shoe House, built in 1948 by millionaire shoe salesman Malin Haynes. And yes, it's literally shaped like a giant work boot. Constructed as a whimsical marketing gimmick, this 25-foot-high, 48-foot-long house originally served as a free guest home for lucky customers and elderly couples. Complete with a living room in the toe, a kitchen in the heel, and bedrooms in the ankle, it was the kind of place that left visitors speechless and delighted. Westinghouse Atom Smasher. In the quiet town of Forest Hills, just outside Pittsburgh, once stood a towering relic of atomic ambition, the Westinghouse Atom Smasher, built in 1937. At 65 feet tall, shaped like a bullet standing on end, this cyclotron was the first large-scale atom smasher in the United States, a literal monument to mankind's pursuit of nuclear power. It was here that physicists pioneered experiments in nuclear fission, unlocking secrets of the atom long before the Manhattan Project. At the height of its use in the 1930s and 40s, the site buzzed with scientific excitement. Yet by 1958, its research days were over. The atom smasher stood silent for decades, slowly rusting into a ghost of its former glory. For nearly 80 years, it became an eerie landmark, a monument forgotten by time. Locals called it the metal rocket and whispered stories of atomic ghosts. Urban explorers braved barbed wire to photograph its haunting interior. Cherry Springs State Park. Tucked away in the remote wilds of north-central Pennsylvania, Cherry Springs State Park is not just a park, it's a portal to the stars. Though the area had long been prized by amateur astronomers since the 1950s, it was officially designated a state park in 2000, and later recognized as a gold-level dark sky park by the International Dark Sky Association. This is one of the darkest places on the East Coast, where light pollution disappears and the Milky Way pours across the sky like a celestial river. People travel thousands of miles just to see the galaxy with the naked eye, and at peak stargazing times, the park transforms into a quiet, glowing sanctuary of telescopes and wonder. The park is still very much open today and growing in popularity each year. From astrophotographers to couples seeking something deeply romantic and soul-stirring, Cherry Springs delivers a feeling that's hard to find in our hyperlit world. Hidden Valley. Nestled in the majestic Laurel Highlands, Hidden Valley is a four-season retreat, but it truly comes alive when winter kisses the slopes. Opened in 1955 as a quiet ski escape, this alpine village has grown into one of Pennsylvania's most intimate mountain getaways, without the commercial chaos of bigger resorts. It's more than a ski resort. It's a feeling. Snowflakes drift over cedar lodges. Couples cozy up by crackling fireplaces. At night, lanterns light up winding snow-covered paths that feel straight out of a romantic novel. And when the snow melts, the valley turns into a lush, green paradise of hiking, mountain biking, and lakeside picnics. The culture here is soft and sweet. You'll find charming cafes serving hot cocoa and handcrafted cocktails. The locals are friendly, the air is fresh, and the pace is perfect for anyone looking to slow down and fall in love with the land or with someone special. St. Peter's Village. Founded in the mid-1800s, St. Peter's Village in Chester County feels like it was carved from a storybook, and in many ways, it was. This tiny hamlet grew around a granite quarry that once powered a booming industrial community. By the early 1900s, the quarry began to slow, and the village quietly faded into obscurity. But it never truly disappeared. Today, St. Peter's is a preserved slice of vintage Americana, where cobblestone streets curve past 19th-century stone cottages, old-fashioned candy shops, and glass-blowing studios. While tourism brought it back to life in the 1970s, the village never modernized too much, thankfully. There's no corporate clutter, no high-rises. Just charm, silence, and stories hidden in every stone. Ringing Rocks Park. Welcome to Ringing Rocks Park, one of Pennsylvania's strangest and most beloved geological oddities. Discovered by settlers in the 1800s and officially preserved as a public park in 1965, this surreal boulder field in Bucks County features rocks that ring like bells when struck. No joke. Scientists still aren't entirely sure why only certain rocks ring. And what's even more bizarre is that when these rocks are removed from the park, they go completely silent. It's a natural mystery that has fascinated geologists for over a century. The park has never closed, and to this day, adventurers bring hammers or metal rods to create impromptu rock concerts beneath the trees. Families love it. Musicians experiment, and thrill-seekers explore the boulder field like it's a puzzle left by Mother Earth herself. Simeone Automotive Museum. Tucked away in a quiet corner of southwest Philadelphia, the Simeone Foundation Automotive Museum is a shrine to speed, elegance, and human engineering. Opened in 2008, this underrated treasure features one of the world's greatest collections of racing sports cars, more than 75 historically significant machines, all beautifully preserved and fully drivable. The museum walks you through the evolution of motorsport from 1909 to the 1970s, each car telling its own story of innovation, danger, and glory. From Bugattis and Alfa Romeos to Ford GTs that conquered Le Mans, these aren't replicas, they're real winners. Founded by Dr. Frederick Simeone, a retired neurosurgeon with a deep love for racing history, the museum focuses on the idea that the spirit of competition drives innovation. And you feel that spirit in every display. Some of these cars have tire marks from real races: Monaco, Nürburgring, Daytona. Ricketts Glen State Park. If you're the kind of traveler who craves untamed beauty, prepare to be mesmerized by Ricketts Glen State Park, a 13,000-acre wonderland nestled in the heart of Pennsylvania's Luzerne, Sullivan, and Columbia counties. Officially designated a state park in 1942, Ricketts Glen is a waterfall chaser's dream. Its legendary falls trail system leads you past 21 named waterfalls, some over 90 feet high, all cascading through ancient forests. It's as if nature carved a cathedral out of stone and water. But here's the secret. This place feels enchanted. The glens are named after mythological beings. You'll pass waterfalls with names like Genoga, B, Reynolds, and Ozone as mist glides over mossy rocks and light dapples the forest floor. It's romantic, raw, and spiritual all at once. Pithole City. In 1865, the forests of Venango County were shattered by a frenzy. Pithole City was born, sparked by America's first commercial oil boom. Practically overnight, it swelled into a booming metropolis with over 15,000 people, 54 hotels, a theater, a daily newspaper, and nonstop action. People said the streets were so crowded, horses had trouble moving. Fortunes were made by breakfast and lost by dinner. Men gambled barrels of oil like poker chips, and women in grand Victorian dresses strolled past muddy sidewalks layered with gold dust and desperation. By 1867, only 500 days later, the oil dried up. Fires ravaged the wooden structures. The population vanished almost overnight, chasing the next black gold strike. Buildings were dismantled, sold, or left to rot. Pithole City, once a symbol of industrial triumph, became a ghost whispering in the woods. Gravity Hill. In the rolling hills of Bedford County lies a stretch of road that defies logic, and Gravity Hill, as it's famously called, has been baffling travelers since at least the 1960s. Here's the catch. When you put your car in neutral at the base of the hill, it starts rolling upward. No tricks, no wires, no engines, just pure mind-bending illusion. Or maybe something more? Locals say it's a gravitational anomaly. Others believe it's the spirits of children who died in a tragic bus accident long ago, pushing cars to safety. Some think it's the Earth's magnetic fields misbehaving. The truth? It's likely an optical illusion, but when you're sitting inside a car moving uphill with no power, science feels far away. There's no big sign, no ticket booth, and no tourist shop. It's a road with a legend, and part of the thrill is finding it.